How's it going, people? Sean Talks Wrestling. WWE Raw after Elimination Chamber. They're still in Canada. The crowd is still hyped for Sami Zayn. And the Raw show, they actually put some effort into it. This Raw was not terrible. So it starts off with Sami Zayn the Reign talking about how he lost to Roman Reigns, how it's been an emotional roller coaster being there in Canada, the ups, the downs, and how he needs to apologize to one man, and one man that can help him. And it's Kevin Owens. And I'm thinking to myself, oh no. No, they're going to do it. They're going to do Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Kevin comes out. Sami says, look, I got to apologize to you. I don't have any words to say to you because, you know, what happened. And Kevin Owens just pretty much says, look, I said I was done with you, bro, and I'm done with you. I'm not helping you take down the bloodline. That's over with. We're done. And I'm thinking myself, please God, that's it. Just stop. Just stop. That's it. As far as the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn stuff goes, it might still continue on, but still. Sami Zayn's walking to the back. You think they're going to cut the commercial? No. He gets attacked by Baron Corbin. And it's payback for Sami Zayn coming on last week and interrupting his interview segment. And also Corbin's frustrations with being dumped by JBL. So he beats up Sami Zayn after they have a sort of a fight in the hallway or whatever. Rantway, whatever you want to call it. He gets on the mic and he calls Sami Zayn a coward and says that he knew he wasn't going to beat Roman Reigns because he's the last person to ever beat Roman Reigns, which is a weird fact. Like, out of all the people to last beat Roman Reigns, you put it on Baron Corbin. That's just, I don't know, that's a weird, that's a weird turn of events. Like, I know it happened before the COVID thing, and it kind of makes you wonder. If it hadn't been for COVID, what were their plans for Baron Corbin? Like, was there a Baron Corbin push in mind, or was it, hey, just randomly being Roman Reigns sometime? I don't know. I guess it's one of the mysteries of COVID. We'll never find out. So that leads to a match between Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin. Sami Zayn ends up getting the win. Baron Corbin pretty much attacking the back and the bruises of Sami. Corbin goes in for two clotheslines in the corner. He goes out for more momentum in the opposite corner, and he's met with a hell of a kick in the corner by Sami. Sami gets the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Next match, you have Dolph Ziggler versus Mustafa Ali, and this whole storyline of Mustafa Ali, you know, pretty much saying to Ziggler, you've been here for all this time, you're getting these opportunities just handed to you. I'm the guy that's been here, I'm kind of new, and they don't hand me opportunities. I don't get stuff handed to me just like you do. You're getting special privilege. So last week, Dolph was like, you know, you got to show what's inside you. You got to do this, you got to do that. And Mustafa's just mocking him, saying, yeah, man, maybe I smile, eat my vitamins, and blah, this, blah, this. So it leads to a match. Mustafa Ali gets a win. He does, well, Ziggler tries to go for a Fameasser. Mustafa Ali does what he did to Randy Orton when he countered the RKO. He puts his hands up, does a handstand, and then puts Ziggler in a crucifix pin. 1, 2, 3. Mustafa Ali beats Dolph Ziggler. Where are they going with this? Tag team champions. You know what? I would rather see Ziggler and Mustafa beat the Usos than Sami and Kevin beating the Usos. I'm just being honest. It's so overplayed. Sami and Kevin beating the Usos, it would be so overplayed. Now I know they need to find something high profile for Sami. Maybe the United States title. I would think maybe that they elevate that up. I would say Gunther, but and that could work too. Beat, like, That would be better. And this Mustafa Ali, Dolph Ziggler winning the tag team belts would be a better payoff. That's just my opinion. So moving on past that, you have the Miz backstage talking with his wife. He gave present. It basically is on to the Seth Rollins stuff with him talking about how he helped Logan Paul shape them or whatever. And there's going to be a match between the Miz and Seth Rollins. On fast forward, Seth Rollins comes in later on. He's talking about how Logan Paul screwed him out of a United States Championship and a ticket to WrestleMania. And he says that since the Miz wants to take credit for it, he's going to enjoy inflicting suffering on the Miz. So let me go back. Oh yeah, next match you had Nikki Cross versus Asuka. Asuka wins. It was a pretty okay match. Nikki Cross got in some decent offense. Asuka ends up winning. She puts her in the new Asuka lock hold. And then after the match, Bianca Belair, who was sitting like ringside at the announce desk, she gets in the ring and holds up the title. And Asuka, I saw like she popped the mist in her throat. And I thought, okay, well, she's going to spray Bianca. And, you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes you get sprayed. But no, she just spits it up upon herself and like has it drooling and starts laughing. And Bianca's like, I had look on Bianca's face. It just said everything. It's just like, okay, I'm in here with a maniac. I'm in here with somebody that I need to take seriously. So I'm looking forward to that match, but I don't think Bianca's gonna hold that title. I think they're gonna put it on Asuka. And Asuka, I don't even think they really fleshed out the character. She's not a heel. She's not a face. She doesn't do anything particularly heely or particularly facey. So when she finally does miss Bianca, and it's gonna be a type of match where Bianca, she's gonna give it her all with the power, and Asuka, it's gonna be like this tug of war and everything like that. But in the end, Asuka's gonna use the mist and gonna go in a full heel rampage mode of destruction on the whole entire roster. That's what I'm thinking, especially with the look. I don't think it's gonna be a heel Asuka. I think it's a slow, slight build to evil Asuka. It's not gonna be the cartoony, we don't care Asuka. It's gonna be, I'm not really talking, I'm just spraying mist and kicking people's heads in Asuka. So moving on past that, go back to the notes and everything like that. Make sure I didn't miss anything myself. So you had that Asuka thing. Oh, so then you had The Miz versus Seth Rollins. The Miz in this match busting out a lot of Daniel Bryan's playbook. He even hit the Psycho knee, which is just like he's already got the kicks. He got the kicks in the corner, the kicks on the ground. What else does he steal from Bryan? I think he does everything in Bryan's book except obviously Bryan's playbook or submissions. I don't think he does a little bell lock yet. The it lock? Does he do that? Does he do the bell lock? I don't think he does. But anyway, and it's weird he went with that. Like, anyway, Miz gave Seth a run for his money. But in the end, Seth he finally hits the curb stone on the Miz. Not one, not two, but 3 times. He wins the match by referee stoppage. Pretty much envisioning Logan Paul. So I think we're seeing where Seth Rollins is going with this. It's going to be him versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania. And last year it was versus Cody. This week is versus Logan. It's not these aren't title matches, but these are high profile matches. And I really can't be mad at them. So anyway, moving on past that. Here. Oh. Okay, so quick. I want to say swatch match. It was an enhancement / story building match. So you had Bronson Reed defeating Chad Gable. And how he won this match was his own fault. So Otis is on the outside, and he's distracted by Maxine of the model, the Maximo models or whatever, and she's talking to him and basically recruiting him for Maximo male models. And we're gonna get that turn. We're probably gonna get a Otis heel turn and Chad Gable face or whatever. And anyway, the match between Bronson Reed and Chad wasn't bad. It's pointless, and I'll tell you why. I'm about to get some water. So it was a pointless match. 2 reasons. Chad Gable, Chad Gable was running the ropes, and he actually shoulder block tackled Bronson Reed on a Raw, and then he hits the rolling chaos on Bronson on a Raw. And let's be honest, this isn't the first time that Bronson he's did absolute monster feats of strength, and they absolutely mean nothing because he's losing these matches. They're on television, nobody cares or nobody remembers, and it's just like, bro, can we put a title on this guy? This guy has been wrestling amazing for years, and it just seems like, oh, yeah, you did that, that's cool, but yeah, moving on. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. When I saw him shoulder tackle Bronson, I was like, whoa! I was like, whoa! Bronson Reed is like supposed to be this big, immovable object type guy, and Chad Gable just leveled the boom on him, and the announcers are like, whoa! They're just like, oh yeah, he just hit him with a shoulder tackle. What? So he's distracted by Otis talking to Maxine. Bronson Reed hits him with a power slam, and then hits a tsunami on him. Bronson Reed continues the wave of discretion. And anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about Chad Gable thing because I'm literally upset about that. Let's see, make sure that's my model thing. Okay. Oh, so Elias was in the ring. He was talking about to boobs. Everybody has boobs on the brain. They talking about this is how you do it. We're gonna have a match, but I'm gonna show you how a true person singer does it, or guitar player. He's like, who wants to walk without Elias? Out comes Lashley. Lashley beats the hell out of him, and then Lashley gets on the mic. He says, Brock Lesnar panicked, and that's why he low blowed me to get out of the hurt lock. Once I put it on, nobody escapes, and he said nobody disrespects me, nobody calls me out. He said something about Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt versus Bobby Lashley. Why am I getting black person in a horror movie vibes from this? Like, you're gonna have Lashley, a guy who's a legitimate badass, guy who put Brock Lesnar in the hurt lock, and Brock was terrified. He had the terrified look on his face. In a match against Bray Wyatt, a guy who's notorious for no selling, a character with no, supernatural powers, who has Uncle Howdy helping him, the puppets, the everything. And Lashley, you're putting Lashley with that. So what? And I'm worried. I'm worried about what it's gonna do to Bobby Lashley. Also, you had almost challenging Brock Lesnar to a match at WrestleMania because he deserves it. I don't think so. This guy's a loser. He's 7'4", but he's a loser. Straight trash. Then you have the main event. Edge taking on Austin Theory. Highlights in the match. There was a point in the match where Edge was in the corner. Austin Theory hit him with a monkey flip, and Edge landed on his feet. And Edge was just like, the look on Edge's face was like, how did I do that? I don't even understand. I don't understand landing on my feet. Like, incredible moment there. Edge was on the brink of victory. Just about to hit Austin Theory with the spear. Out comes Finn Balor. The scratching. Theory goes for a roll up, kick out, edge on the ropes. Edge on the ropes. Balor kicks him in the head. Austin Theory hits A-Town down. 1, 2, 3. Balor comes in after the bell, beats the hell out of Edge, hits him with 3 coup de grace, and he says, "This isn't over, Edge." Maybe at Roadblock. Is this going to make it to WrestleMania? So, we can't have a belt versus Rhea Ripley thing again anywhere because she's getting ready to fight Charlotte. Edge can't do it. Who can Edge call? Who? It's not gonna be Christian because he's in AEW, and he's starting his feud with Jungle Boy. Who this? It's not Brian Myers. Is it possible? Is it possible that Edge and the Edgeheads reunite before WrestleMania, and that's some kind of like reunion type of thing? Is that possible? Because you have Priest, Balor, and Dominic. Okay, that's 3. You got Edge, Cardona, and Myers. That's a 6 on. That's a 3v3. Is that somewhere possible? Because Balor versus Edge, it's a cool match. Is it WrestleMania worthy? I don't think so. I don't think that deserves a WrestleMania spot. I could be wrong. I don't think so. But then again, it could be one of the matches because I think, this is just me, I think there's somewhere down the line, especially at WrestleMania, they're going to do Ray versus Dom. I think that's going to happen. So, that would leave Damian Priest. I'm interested to see these match cards for WrestleMania because it's so many ways they could put this stuff together. Obviously, the top is stacked, and we know this is. Also, I almost forgot the Cody Rhodes thing. So Cody Rhodes in the ring talking about how Sami Zayn came up short and how he wants to finish his story. Paul Heyman comes on the thing. He talks about how he got injured at Elimination Chamber by Kevin Owens and how the Canadian health system sucks. And he's talking about, hey, Cody, you're probably not going to win because Roman Reigns is that guy. But let's just say you do win. Let's just say you do. Are you ready for that life of being the world champion? Are you ready for like night after night after night after night after night of the defending the belt, of charitable work, of this, of that, media, this, that, being away from your family? Are you ready for that burden? Roman Reigns doesn't have to do that because he has me, the tribal council, the wise man. I push stuff aside for him, blah, blah, XYZ. What about your wife who's going to be there by herself with your family? And he's like, you thought I was going to do some kind of like sick joke about Roman Reigns keeping your wife warm at night. No, Roman Reigns is a happily married man, as he should, as he is the tribal chief. He's a family man, for God's sakes. He's the head of the table. He's a provider, a protector, the hero of the story. But Paul Heyman says, but I'm not. So basically says like, well, Roman Reigns might not be smashing your wife while you're out of the town or whatever, but the wise man might, put his loafers by your head. You know what I'm saying? You might hear some old creaks. He might piss in the back of your toilet bowl. So when you come home, it fills up with piss type of stuff. And Cody, he just shakes it off like, I don't care about that. Roman, you gotta meet me face to face. You're trying to play these mind games. It ain't gonna work. I'm gonna beat you. I gotta finish my story at Blind Swaz. And it was a nice promo from both of them. Obviously, Paul Heyman did his damn thing, but Cody, didn't fall. Oh, I'm gonna get that Paul Heyman. Ooh, I'm so mad. He was just like, okay, yeah, that's Paul Heyman. Whatever, bro. I got bigger fish to fry. I got Roman Reigns in my sight. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Tell me what you thought about Raw. Tell me your thoughts about it. Tell me where you think they're gonna go next week. Match of the night for you. I think match of the night for me. Yeah, it had to be the Edge versus Austin Theory. That was really good, especially like Edge's facials. Like they really sell it. Like Edge has gotten so good at visuals. Especially his promo at the beginning of the match. He was like, yeah, you know what? I want to win a title. It's been so long since I won one. I don't have many years left to win a title. It feels special being back in Canada, all that. So, you know, that match was really good with all things encompassing. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll catch you guys later Wednesday. AEW Dynamite. I will catch you guys later, and I'll see you. So anyway, peace out.